Hey everybody, and welcome to another Transformers Earth War stream. Let's do a mic test. Can you hear us? I hope you can. Hello everybody.
Can you hear us? Hi everyone.
I think they can. I think they can hear us. I hope they can. Is that the new one coming to the game? I don't know if they're on about bots or Jesse, who we have here. So, yes.
The new one.
The new one. That's going to be your tag now. The new one. Hi everyone. We hear you. Great. I'm going to do some hellos because we've got lots to get through. We've got new bots. We've got Cyberpass skins. We've got the 5-star batch to talk about. We've got new combats. We've got the anniversary. We obviously need to talk about the anniversary, so we need lots of time for that. And we've got our new endurance bots, which have been designed by Jesse here. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to go through Twitch chat and I'm going to do some hellos very quickly. Who have we got here? I am sorry if I butcher your names, by the way. I'm not good at names. So we've got Cuddy Fox, hello to you. We've got Zero Cool. We've got Rafcore. We've got Shani523 who says, welcome aboard. Yes, nice one. We've got Loki. Venga says, is that Jesse you've been talking about? Yes, this is Jesse. Hello. And we've got Majestic Marilyn. Hello, all. Hello to you. So Jesse, what have you got? You're on YouTube, right?
Yep. Let me just open that right now.
Cool.
So, Lightning Dragon says hello. Robin Armstrong, hello there. And Skisserites. Again, I'm butchering these names.
Yeah, you're just like me. You're just like me, butchering the names.
Vixen, hello.
You'll definitely know Vixen over time.
Razorhorn, hey there. And
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Lots of people on
Stephen, hey there.
YouTube. Hyro, what have you got open? Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook, yeah. And first one I see is Nathan Webb, who says, hey, everyone. Hello to you too, Nathan. It's nice to see you around. We have also Cody Speaks. We have Thomas Lawson, Nemcoa, Mike Fish, Stephen Sieg. Who else? And Larry Gavanan, Kieran Harris, some I think Cyrillic name. I don't know how to read, but hello to you too for sure. And Peter Hodgson and some others. So hello everyone from Facebook.
Cool. Let's dive into this weekend's event, Hyro. 35k, all the Prime Core shards under 10k. What's new in this event? What rewards can we get?
I guess everyone wanted more Prime shards. We were a bit short on the last event because some last minute changes and some things around that event. So this time, it's an easy event. It's super easy. You just have to play up to 10k really to get the Prime shards. It's 2,750 because some number jump in there and we decided to keep them, so you get a little more this time. That's all right. I think it's something a bit good for everyone. And yeah, basically it's the usual rewards for an individual event. You just need to go 10k. If you would rather do a bit more, you can do up to 35 and get like total sparks and some other rewards that are also always welcome. And that's it for this weekend. It's individual, it's easy, and that's because next week it's happening the end of Saga 1. Do you want me to jump into that already?
Well, Endurance, it's exactly the same. 1.5 million for the 4-star, 3.5 million for the 5-star. Any changes to that event at all?
No, this event is not happening once every 8 weeks, so we don't think it needs a change right now. It works well for everyone. You are prepared. You are preparing for that level of points, so we don't need to just change that. Just letting you prepare.
Cool. And then let's talk about Prime Core shards, because obviously it's a topic in the community at the moment. The team happy with the 10,000 Prime Core shards every 8 weeks? That is going to be the baseline that the team are going to aim to give out every saga, every 8 weeks. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, we increased it already. The idea is to have every saga. Just let's count every saga like 4 weeks, because we have the combat saga, then we have the mode saga, and up to now each one had this divided amount, and now it will be together in one event. But yeah, the idea is to keep the same amount on that level. So yes, and as a reminder, I mean, Prime shards are intended to be something you gradually unlock. They work this way on the Prime Core bot cores, where over different sagas you could end unlocking them all. It took like a year to do so, and the idea behind it's also the same. So we cannot just grant every single defense core to everyone. That's why it's gradual, it's over time, and we are adjusting the amounts for that.
I think it's clear in the community that they think some Prime Cores are stronger than others. And I think at this stage they think, well, we're not going to change them. We're just going to try and make them get all the strongest ones, and then that's it. Is there going to be a balance change in the future? Will we tone down the stronger ones, and will we buff the not so good ones? So you're not all going to get them all balanced, but there is going to be a balance to them at some point, right?
I mean, no, not really. Like there's like different functionalities. How can you balance something that has totally different functionality from something else? Like even before, like it always used to be the case that you might not get the better core straight away. You might have to go through some of the ones you don't like. Fortunately, that's the that's how it is. Uh, and it is unfortunate, but yeah, eventually you'll be able to get them all. But that's how it goes for the bots, and that's how it's gonna be for the buildings. Because yeah, like for some players, some design, for some bases, different prime cores will always be better than others.
Cool. All right. So that is kind of the prime core topic. Let's see if there's any questions in here. Hyro's camera lighting is Hollywood quality.
My what?
Nice.
Sorry?
Your camera is like Hollywood quality. Very good.
Calling you star.
It's a MacBook One, so I don't even have a webcam at the moment.
Maiden He says, I just started playing the game today. Game was awesome. He said, I actually found this game too late. Wow.
It's
Let's
never
see.
too late. Yeah, there's
Let's
always
see.
time.
You have a
And
lot.
more people. Get your friends.
Okay. What else have we got on here? Any news about talking about the Nemesis being added to the game? Yes, so there was a bit of something was posted by Hasbro, Yanis. What's been going
Yes.
around? Can you tell us more about that? And is it true? Is it a joke? What's going on?
It's not a joke. I mean, it is true, but we just so some people have known, like Hasbro has announced the Nemesis is a new Titan. It's actually gonna be also coming to the game eventually, but it's a bit too early, I guess, to talk about here how they're gonna come in the game and how it's gonna look. But it was kind of like for us, like yeah, we have the model or start creating it. Like we can actually show it, and the Hasbro was really nice for us to also uh, have a call out to us when they did the IGN article, and that's how people find out. Like I probably can maybe share the video to Dale, and then we can actually also display it here. But yeah, it's something that's gonna come in, but probably later on this year. So not right now. We're not in a position to start talking them, and we're probably not in a position to say who is the pair of the Nemesis. Though some people probably start already guessing. But yeah, it's just coming.
Oh, and I guess a bit of a question in the community at the minute is how is the game doing at the moment? Because this has been the talk of Discord. I mean, they think that the game's going somewhere very soon. Can you just confirm to us the game will be here next year and the year after that, and then probably the year after that as well? Like, what is the future
Well,
of the game?
the future of the game is pretty good. We're in a really good position, and some people might be seeing in some of the social media, we are actually starting to do user acquisition again. So we are actually paying money to acquire more users to come into the game because the game's actually doing pretty well, and we just want to keep investing in the game and we want to grow it. Like Jesse has joined the team. We're looking for, another designer too. So we are actually growing the team and investing like heavily on it. So the game doesn't have a time or want to decide like it's over. As long as the game is performing this well, like it could go for years. So no plans at all to even just talk about ending this game at this point.
Oh, I Am Warpath saying another game ended a few months ago, so some are scared. Obviously, we got no relation to that game. But when you talk about us acquiring users, we've not done that for some time then. When was the last time we did that?
Last one the time was like 2019.
Wow, so it's been some
So yeah,
time.
it's been some time. It was like yeah, it was it gets to the point like sometimes it gets unprofitable to acquire and then you stop and then like I think we are in a better position now and the market is more kind of like has grown in a way like I think it's quite complicated to talk about what works and what costs in advertising, and then sometimes why advertising gets too expensive and it's not profitable to acquire users, and that's why a lot. If you see a lot in the, I guess, in the advertising for a lot of the games, they go really hyper casual. It's a whole like, this is a puzzle, can you solve it? But the game that the guy that plays it is pretty bad, so come in, jump in, and do that. A lot of the market is just saturated for this of the content, and some of our kind of like games like us it's a bit harder to stand out. But things have turned around. It seems like we see like Clash of Clans does this a little more advertising. So we are actually starting to do the same thing. So yeah, like for us, like we just want to grow the game. We want to bring new blood in, and so we want to be investing in it.
Yeah, and I think that is the key word, isn't it? We want to grow the game for many more years to come. So yeah, we're definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. But Illicit Pulse has also said quite a good question. Is the future of the game focused around nerfing down desirable bots? When releasing new content to encourage spend, this appears to be the pattern many are seeing. And we know who we're all talking about. We're talking about skids. Let's not hide it. Skids went from 5 seconds, went to 10 seconds. Many players are asking, why don't you just give us back the skids you released? Well, the skids we did release didn't have an acid buff. It wasn't actually decreasing healing at all on release, so we have to remember that as well. But, is that the future, nerfing popular bots?
No, it's never been about nerfing bots, and we don't consider skids change as a nerf. Like the only reason we changed skids because people wanted like, oh, I don't like the build level 11. I prefer the build level 10 because I want to have the acid effect on the buildings, so I can actually counter the regen. And that was what everyone was asking to us. So okay, we're gonna extend the acid, but we're not gonna be doing the damage all the time. And but if the damage is linked to the acid effect, so we're not gonna just do it 5 second damage and then the rest is gonna be just to keep an effect, so you don't have a regeneration of the building. So we've extended it to 10 seconds, the same as before our build level 11. It does exactly the same damage as before. It has not gone down, and it's also like because of the anti-regen effect, you're not gonna be the thing. So you're gonna have what 5 to 10 difference in order to destroy the building. If people considering a massive nerf, I'm sorry, but like people requested to do that, that was a solution. We could have left it to 5 seconds and be exactly like it was, but people want to counter the regen. So like I don't know, where do we stand?
Yeah, I think there's just many players who just want different things. You got some
Yeah.
players want the quicker damage at a shorter time, don't care about the acid, but then there is another side of the spectrum where the players do want the higher uptime because they want to cut the healing for longer. So it is something to balance with, isn't it? And to be fair, some players.
I mean, we don't have a reason to change skids. Skids is not a broken ball. Like we have maybe they were doing more damage than we expected. I don't like it, and that's the thing. But we didn't really want to make skids a worse spot, and I don't think that changed. Although a lot of people who totally disagree with me think that's a massive worse change for skids.
Cool. I guess Illicit Pulse has then just gone on to that. He says, dot is not the same when you calculate at 10 seconds. When you're trying to take out a defense in Prime League hard mode, this should have been an open discussion. But not everybody plays at Prime League hard mode.
I mean, I don't know why will a difference being Prime League hard mode, like the 10 to 5 seconds. It's exactly the same damage. That the time doesn't matter. The acid counters and the regeneration. So it's exactly the same thing. The only difference is like I want this building destroyed in these 5 seconds instead of the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If the damage is actually taking too much of the damage of encounter hit. But yeah, I don't think that's a massive of a deal.
Cool. And then moving on, if you still got any questions on that, do put them in. We're not going to shy away from them. Don't worry about that. New bots though, Ariel and Skylar. I'm not sure if you're ready. You're not ready to show them just
no,
yet.
we'll probably no.
Not
Still
ready
trying to solve.
Not ready to show just them just yet. Synchronize says, let's discuss anniversary event. We will be discussing the anniversary event a little bit later into the stream. Don't you worry about that. I guess a question for you, Jesse, to put you on your toes.
Oh,
how's
great.
your time been? How have you been enjoying it?
It's been quite right so far, been learning quite a lot about the game, as well as community, as well as like how the process goes, and it's just been a really fun and impactful experience, and it's just everything's been a fun time.
What do you think of your new bots? Are you happy with them?
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool.
Good, I do too. Yeah. They're good. Let's see if there's any other questions. Any loot coming with a new movie, Hyro? Hyro, we've got anniversary, we've got new movie. Surely we've got to celebrate all of this, haven't we?
Sure, let's celebrate everything. First of all, we don't have the rights for the movie, as we never had. We do an anniversary like yearly for the Beast Stars anniversary for the show. That we do have the rights for that, so that's what we do. And then we have our own anniversary just landing the same week. So you all Transformers and enjoy. Yeah.
So we have 2 anniversaries landing on the same. Does that mean we get 2 rewards as well?
Anniversaries. One of the anniversaries, it's not ours. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we can celebrate them in a different way.
So I guess we can do something. I don't know. We will do our anniversary. I think that's the priority for us. For the movie, we'll enjoy it. We will watch it. We'll love it. So far, we have released already. I think most of the bots they are there. So there are no big plans to celebrate a movie we don't know the rights for. But we do have big plans to celebrate the game anniversary for sure. And later on over the year, we will celebrate also the anniversary of the Beast Wars as the whole show. Okay.
Synchronize is saying 3 5-star nose cone to celebrate.
What about 2 nose cones? That's better than 1.
He will. Well, we're losing. Well, we don't have many 5-star bots left to go, so nose cone is in there somewhere. He's coming into a batch sometime soon. Somebody's asking, what happened to those extra squad slots promised back in December? They will come. They will come.
You're right.
They will come. They will come. Maybe you'll have to teach me how to add new squad slots, like Yanis.
Yeah, and you can test it, and that's it. Yeah, Dale is actually starting to do some like bug fixing and stuff, so he's getting involved. So he can provide for all the squad slots that people want. You'll never ask me again. You will just say, Dale, we want new squad slots.
And then I will just change a number, and it's done. And then you'll go, why did it take you that long? Why, Yanis? Why? I don't even know if it's a number change, by the way. Nothing is ever that simple. Alliance HQ release date. Do we have one?
It's been delayed a bit. Like, so, like, I want to think by the end of the month. Like, most of the tech is finished and most of the bugs are solved by now. It's more trying to put the final values of how much it costs to upgrade the buildings and like everything else. So, yeah.
Cool. Bill is watching. He said, Dale, surely it takes you more than just a number. Sounds like a lot of levers to me. We need Bill on the stream. We did ask him if Bill is gonna. Obviously, guys, you don't know who Bill is somebody in the background. We do have many people in the background that you haven't met, and you just think it's us four, but it's not us four who just put all the game together. It's Daisy. There's Inez in the background as well.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people in the background that you haven't actually met. So we're not a small team that you think we are. So maybe we need to get them on. Yes, maybe you should join us and say hello.
Unfortunately, we did have to say bye to some people that were actually in the team. Fabian being the biggest loss, as we talk about it later. But usually it's like, I mean, Fabian has been in this game for like 5 years. He kind of like wanted to work on something different, and you cannot really hold someone like if he doesn't want to be working on this game like anymore. Like you just need to be able to allow them opportunity to grow their skills and try some different games. I mean, we're gonna definitely miss him. He's still around and he's still helping Jesse, like getting in grips of ropes. And we are trying to get another designer too, but things happen. Like with personal choices. Sometimes you cannot avoid them and you have to move on.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to miss Fabian, but again, it's a new designer. Somebody like Jesse can come into the game, fresh perspective, fresh face.
Yeah, I mean,
new ideas, shake the meta up.
We've gone through a number of designers already. Like we usually have Adam, we usually have Josh. Like we had Fabian afterwards. We had Josh coming back for a little bit. We had Adam all join, but that was by design just for a little while. And then we have Jesse. So things change as time passes. I mean, I think I'm the only one and probably Jairo that's been here for the longest time. We've been like nearly 8 years on this game. never know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna leave. Like I still love this game and still
Imagine if
enjoy
you leave.
my time. But yeah, like you never know, like what's gonna happen. Like after some time, like people gonna change, but doesn't mean like the company still doesn't want to invest and grow the game, invest in the game.
Yeah, it's exciting. Again, Jesse, you've got fresh ideas, shake the meta up, new mechanics, which is what higher players kind of are looking for. So yeah, all that is a good challenge, and it's good for somebody fresh and new. How's the new bots going?
We might
Dennis?
need to start talking to them. I don't think like I can solve these problems we're gonna have. We might have to talk to them without actually showing some stuff, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, let's talk about Ariel and Skylar. They are our new bots coming in our endurance. So, Jesse, tell us a little bit about Ariel and Skylar. So, if you want to talk about the ability and just talk us through how you would use the ability, because obviously we can't visually show it just yet.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I'll be glad to talk about it. So, Ariel's Skylar. So, they're warriors, rather tanky warriors, and their abilities, well, rely on pretty much squad control. So what it does is place a beacon on any building within the field, and bots within a certain radius will be attracted to that building and start attacking it. So it's kind of like Optimus Prime's ability, but it's not fully affecting the entire field. It's just affecting a certain area.
Yeah, so just to give you a quick question then, so we target the building, and then does all my team then just rush to that building in a way until they're in range, of course, and then they start focusing it and doing damage to it? So you're controlling your squad in a little way, aren't you, into what building they need to target?
Yes, of course. So if a bot is not within range of the beacon, then they won't be attracted to it. They'll continue on their usual pathfinding, but every bot within that radius will go and attack that building. So the beacon will last, well, the duration of the beacon will increase per the level.
Per the level, yeah.
And if you destroy like the beacon or the building with a beacon on it within a certain time before it goes away, you'll get a buff. So you get a damage increase, which is 30%, and that will last for the same duration, which is scaled by level. So that's how it works. And the AB cost, the ability cost, has no increase in ability.
I'm not laughing at you, Jesse. Sorry, I'm laughing at a message on Slack. And Hiron, somebody's just. Sorry, honestly, it's so rude to interrupt. I'm going to blame Daisy for this one. She was like, the players would like your permission to have your face on Discord, Hyro, and it's Hyro's face. Like, it's a brilliant face. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Jesse. I'm so sorry, Jesse.
No, I understand. It is a brilliant
Daisy.
face. I think. All
Sorry,
right, so
where we were.
Before I lost my train of thought.
I apologize.
Yeah. So the AB cost will be just a flat 6 with no increasing cost, because the idea of this ability is that you use it, well, continuously to control where your bots move around the map. And if you use it effectively, the buffs will last for much longer than 15 seconds, because if the bots already have the buff, then the next beacon they target, they'll have higher damage they can deal and be able to destroy it quicker. So the idea is that you essentially use these beacons to cruise along the battlefield with your amped up bots that get more and more amped up. And the thing with this AB11 is that on top of a damage increase, you get damage absorption. So your bots will both become stronger and tankier. So it's an all-around, you get massive buffs. So the reason why it's no increasing cost, though, is that it doesn't do any damage to beacons themselves. So I thought to compromise with that, it's just a flat cost of 6.
Cool. Nice. And that's obviously, once the beacon's down, your friendly bots will all get a DPS increase. Ability 11, once you kill that building or remove that building, you're then going to get a shield applied to your team that can be removed by force field disruptor. And then the G1, have we settled on the G1 yet?
So
I believe you.
The G1's still being assigned, but the G1 it's going to have an execute. So if you place a beacon on a building with 5% or lower health, it will execute them immediately.
Yeah.
So,
and obviously those numbers there, we haven't put them in playtest just yet. Not sure if it's going to be 5%. It could be lower. It could be higher than that. It still needs to go into playtest, but that's the idea, isn't it, Jesse? You're going to be able to execute the building, which will be really nice. So, you get your G1, you get your ability level 11, and everything just comes into place. So that is quite nice. Hopefully we can show them at some point. There will be a challenge battle, though.
We have saw them already, I think, kind of like the bot forms. We just unfortunately haven't saw them in battles. Which I'm still trying. Probably still might be able to do it in time, but yeah, let's keep talking.
Yeah, that's fine. Ariel and Skylar, the challenge battle. When does that go live, Hyro? Are we doing that this week, or is that going to be next week?
It's this week. I'm working
this week. Cool, that's amazing. So even though we're probably doing a great job of explaining, you'll be able to play it when you're in the game later today anyway. So if you've got any other questions about it, just get them in. So is this more effective than Prime Rush?
Depends what you're going for. If you want to do just raw damage, then and you want to get all your bots into a certain building, no matter radius, then
I would probably
Prime Rush.
Yeah, I think this is better than Prime Rush in a way, because you've got more control over your team to get a building like an MDS or something. Just get it out of the fight.
I feel like it's depending on what the player's going for. So they will just they just don't want to think about where the bots are at a current point, and just want all the bots to go to a single building whilst doing some guaranteed damage. Then Prime Rush is a go. But if you want your bots to have a consistent, buff to them, as well as more control on where they're going, then I go with Ariel's Skiller's ability.
Smoked Cheese, sorry, Jesse, he's asking, does it work better than Prime Rush? I guess if you've got warriors, I'm just going to try and throw.
I think he means if it's more dependable than Prime Rush.
Well, what I'm thinking is, if you target a building and you've got a wall outside of it, and you've got melee bots that haven't got the range, they're going to walk all the way around to get to that target, aren't they? So you've got to be intelligent on how you use it in a way.
Prime Rush has always been problematic because the expectation is like all the bots will just abandon everything and then just follow where you go. But depending on where they are on the map or what they're doing, if they're fist fighting someone or if they're engaging something, or they feel like the AI feels like, oh, I can destroy this wall piece instead of just walking all around and then rush to the target, that creates a lot of the problems. Also, sometimes people just do multiple rushes one after the other in order to be able to just circumvent most of the defense. So this should be more dependable because your range is sorted. You're not getting everyone from all around the other side of the map. But you might still have a problem if there is another bot around and it's like, distracts your bot because it's fist fighting, then that might take precedence from the target you're actually giving. So, but it should be more dependable, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I guess just to talk about the development phase through these, but we've had a bit of criticism over the last week that we don't listen to playtesters, but most of the changes actually did come from playtesters because we went from I think it was a special originally, wasn't it? And then we went special to warrior, and then it had low HP, and now it has the highest HP in the game because it is kind of the only warrior that doesn't charge and doesn't get the other shields that all the other warriors get. So thank you to the playtesters for helping us out shape this one. It has been quite a quick one.
In this case, and even the 5-star bots, most of the changes we implemented was the things like, playtests actually, that's what we want to do. But there are always times where we don't want to go that far, or we don't want to go all the way, or it's not like we don't listen. Sometimes we just have to make decisions based for what we feel that is the right thing. Which of course then creates problems because you listen us to the 70% or 60% you change, but you don't listen us to the 20%, so you don't listen to us, which is unfortunate.
Cool. So Jetfire says, yes, it was a special and wanted it to be a warrior for warrior picks. Great change. Thank you for pointing that out. The Punisher says, Ariel looks a great bot. What do you say to reluctant to go for this bot due to the fear of changes affecting her mechanics arriving months after investment? I mean, we have tried to make this bot as balanced as possible. I think originally it was increasing ability damage, wasn't it? But then we've realized that, well, if all the squad's doing that, that's going to be pretty strong eventually. So we stuck to DPS. So we have tried to keep it as balanced as possible. But in 6 months, if this bot is soloing HQ18 bases, is it going to stay the same?
I mean, it's always a case where we always think when it's ready to release, it's ready to release. Like it's fine as it is. It's not gonna break the game. Like, and then people might use it on different ways, or we find out that the damage it was doing was not the damage we expected, even though it gone through us and through playtesters. And then when that happens, then we will have to change it. It's not like we hide all these bugs. Like, yes, buy it, give us the money. Then
Evil Yanis.
Like, yeah, like I like to think
Stacking
we're
it
not
up,
that evil.
stacking it all up.
We're not that evil, but when you decide like that, it's like you can't live sometimes, and sometimes we have around bugs. Okay, this is actually not crazy. We can leave it and we can change the description, but some other times it's just not possible.
Yeah, like Top Shot was a massive one, wasn't it? Back in December time, it was just insane levels.
I mean, yeah,
then.
there was some kind of like there was an event where one bot was just one shotting the bases or something. Like, you cannot leave this.
No.
No,
and
then people will know that at that point. They will like use it as much as you can before like SpaceX figures out and changes. And I mean, it's not something we design like, oh, let's just leave it like that. We should make some event or just make some bots like OP just for the weekend, and then just like, go to town, like the bubble week, the bubble week.
You're giving me good ideas for future war effects here, Yanis. You're giving me good effects, like maybe like a warrior buff in wars only, or like all the non-popular bots in Prime League hard mode get a buff, and we just do it every 4 weeks. I would love to do that. Nose Cone, king of Prime League hard mode.
We can do different stuff. We used to be like Prime League, and we were not only like increasing the difficulty, but also giving a bit of small buffs to specific classes of bots. Doesn't mean we cannot do that, or we shouldn't do that for making a bot stronger or other ideas. Like, it's all like something we could potentially do. Like, if we want to, like, we usually have like Gunner has more extra protection, extra damage, or extra health. There's no reason why we shouldn't do that. I think it got to the point that just took us so much time to just negotiate this effect and doing all the other stuff we're doing, which we just some of the stuff we just left behind. Hopefully, when we're back to do designers and they're all kind of like settled down, we can do a bit more cool stuff. Or when Dale starts to do more work at that point, then we can actually start being more creative there.
Yeah, because when I think of balance, it's not just toning down some things that are crazy OP. It's also bringing in things that are not so strong back into the game, back into the meta, which is also fun as well, isn't it? And maybe we should do more of that.
Yeah, I mean, there was more changes we wanted to do to the bots when we released HQ18. We haven't even gone through half of that, and that's unfortunate. Like, we just don't have the capacity to do that at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, we want to improve more bots for sure, and hopefully we can find more time to do that. And what else I was gonna say? Like, we should probably move into go through the 5-star badges, just go through the list, because just to see if we're gonna have any in-game footage, I'm afraid.
Yes. So no in-game footage. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
But there's a new 5-star badge coming this week.
There is,
and we can talk about it.
We can. So we've obviously spoke about skids and knockout. Obviously, the change hasn't gone down well to some people. I do respect that. We've got hoist and crankcase. So we've made a few changes here. So the difference between the 4-star and the 5-star has a little bit more duration, and the healing has increased there. So that is quite a nice change. Do let us know what you think about that. Top spin and Terramander, there's no changes there, but I have been looking at a bug today with this annoying special ability that is like trapping bots, trip up, and a few other bots are just getting stuck. If you're using this bot, just be careful. We're going to get that fixed as quickly as possible. We've got Star Saber and Deathsaurus. The points decrease has happened there, so it's gone from 12 plus 3. That's going to 10 plus 3. And we've got Air Raid and Slipstream that just had the usual upscale. And I guess that was another one with the testers, wasn't it? They asked for Air Raid and Slipstream to have more damage, but then it was like it was already doing crazy damage, and then it did AoE damage. It was doing a lot of damage.
A lot of the times, like, you can never balance something perfectly because it's just all numbers in the end of the day. But you can compare like air raid with other bots, and then compare the cost of those bots, like how much it takes to use this ability, how easy it is. And then we saw, like, I mean, air raid has like a really cheap cost. It's like, I think 3 points, and then it does, like, if you can follow it with another bot, it can like counter like bits like Jazz and a lot of other AoE bots. Yes, it takes 2 bots in order to combination, but it didn't make sense to increase the damage because it was already kind of like quite high, to be honest, in comparison to any other kind of AoE damage. And the cost was like much cheaper. Comparing like 3 to maybe Jazz that has 3 points, it was doing more damage than Jazz that was like 8 points, or like to use it for the first time, somewhere there. So for us, like, it just didn't make sense to increase the damage.
Cool. So Cyberpass skins then. So after the endurance, we'll be releasing our new Cyberpass, and this time we've got. Sorry.
Yeah, let's talk about that, and then we'll come back to something else. Let's talk about the skins here. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No worries. So Cyberpass skins on.
By the way, the 5-star new badge is out and live now.
And live, so best of luck if you're pulling from that batch. So Cyberpass skins. So next saga for the first 4 weeks. Daft Tyler saying, will we get Straxus and Ratchet skins next season? Oh, maybe. We'll see. Next Cyberpass is we're going to have for Autobots is Slingshot. Now, quite a few people are using this bot. It's quite an interesting one. That is pretty nice. Nice yellow skin there. Let us know what you think about that. That is Slingshot. So get your screenshots because I'm going to switch in just a second. And then
based on the generation too, some people will probably notice.
Somebody's saying it's like a banana bot. It's a banana skin. I like that. I like that comment. And then we've got Hook as well, who's joining Slingshot. You'll be able to get both of these in the next season's Cyberpass. Oh no, gold plastic, he's going to fall apart. No, he's a bit stronger than that, we promise.
Yeah, Big Blade, it's very happy that we are finally having more G2 cyber skins. And yeah, there are more to come actually this year. So
I mean, we've got so many Cyberpass skins now, Hyro. You know, I wasn't around in season 1. Are we still able to buy the pass from the skins on season 1? I guess the question is, will we be able to obtain older skins anytime?
Well, never say no, right?
Yeah, we've never said anything about it, have we?
As it's intended to work, like the idea behind is that it's interesting. Right. It won't happen again, but yeah, we don't know yet. So...
I think we should find a way to bring them back at some point, but not, of course, at the same time to class as a battle pass. But like, I think, a lot of other games that have cosmetics, maybe there's a way you can actually, sometimes get them back or rerun that season of the battle pass in order to get it. We don't have a really way of giving them back, but something in the future potentially could come. But for the time, if you want the skins and if you want them now, you get them, but you don't only get the battle pass for the skins. That's not what the game is about. I think you get them because you get all the other goodies in there.
Cool.
But this will be a way for the older players that, they weren't there during season 1 or season 2 or season 5 to get the skins somehow.
Maybe the Shadow Store, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Anything, but yeah, there are ways to introduce them.
Cool. I know you're asking for the Fortress Maximus 4-star part. I think we'll probably have more information next stream. I doubt we'll have any today.
News yet?
Yeah.
I think the time is...
We're getting close.
We're getting close. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Cool. Because we only...
yeah, just there are people asking about achievements. Also, it's on my table. It will happen, but no news yet about that.
Cool. And Yanis, yes, we don't have much time left. Did you want to dive into something?
Yes, so there's one bot that a lot of the playtesters rightfully complain that maybe on these new 5-star bots is not the best of the bots, which was Star Saber and Deathosaurus. And we said, like, yes, we're going to reduce the ability cost because it was too expensive, but we knew we had something else planned for them. So this was one of the reasons why we, at that point we decided we should let them be as they are. So the next combat that we're going to be releasing, and it's going to probably be quite special in a way with other combat. It's going to be designed specifically for Star Saber and Dinosaurus. And we can, and also it's not the only thing. So we are also going to be releasing a special core for these two bots. So they're going to be getting a lot of love in the next saga, which is one of the reasons why we want to leave them as they are. And then when we have this new special power core and this new special combat for these specific bots, we can actually see, how they fit the whole of meta. So I don't know which one you're gonna show first.
Well, I'm going to show. Yes, Victory Leo. There we go. Victory Leo. Over to you, Yanis.
So yeah, this is like for the people that have probably followed and bought the new toys that Hasbro has released. Victory Leo was one of the characters that came in with some versions of the Star Saber. So the idea is we can bring this as a combat. And we can actually, do some cool parts, like, you can have this the whole backpack. You can put it in behind Star Saber, and then he can actually have some cannons and get some effects. So this is gonna be the combat for Star Saber. Moving on
to the next combat is Tiger Chest.
Tiger Chest. So that is already kinda in the game in a way. He's already part of the Thesaurus, but again, he's a different character. He's his own character. So again, we're gonna bring him in combat, and that will probably give Star Saber a bow attack that he can actually use. So he's gonna be just like a bit more like mid. Has a mid-range attacks. We're still designing this, so this is not any final thing. So this is the two combats that are gonna come, and we have the next ones too.
I don't. The weapons, the actual weapons. I didn't upload the weapons. But we will have weapons. I will share them with our content creators.
There will be weapons. There will be the special. It will be the special course that's specific for these bots. It's gonna be finally Deathosaurus is gonna get his living metal destroying cannon, whatever it's called, for whoever is following that story. And Star Saber is also gonna get like a new weapon. So yes, they're gonna be getting a lot of love, combat specific core, and of course at that point we can actually do a better job. Like I think would just be have the whole thing together, like see how they get buffed and see how we can actually make this 5-star being as good as it used to be, I guess, back in the day.
And will Star Saber also get ability leveling as well during that phase?
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Cool. And then that'll just be everything. Yes, I will send the weapons to the content creators. They look really cool. They'll be able to show them tonight because they're all streaming tonight. I'm sure they're all going to be talking about the stream. And they're also going to be talking about this question I'm going to ask you as well, Yanis, is why are we getting HQ18 in Zone 15? Because it's a massive question on Discord. They think we've done a rebalance. Have we done a rebalance of zones? What's going on with them?
I've explained this how many multiple times. Like there was no rebalance in a way. We kind of said like we're gonna add the extra zone, and that's gonna mean that some of the harder bases are gonna go to this zone. But it's never. Our system doesn't allow us to prohibit special HQs from being lower zones because our system, unfortunately, is like how much is the defensive power of a base. When you put a range between a zone, and then that's it. And you could have like an HQ18 with like lower defenses on zone thing because his overall power is less. I never said like we're changing the system because the system is like integrated into the whole matchmaking we have. Like it would be amazing if we had a system that you said like zone 18, zone 17 is only like HQ 18 buildings and nothing else. And it would be awesome if you could say like, no, you can't upgrade like to the next HQ until you finish all your buildings. But unfortunately, that's not the design of the game. That's not the matchmaking we have. So we cannot really change that. And like you can always make it a little bit easier. It makes like reduce the defensive power on the zone and so 14 or so you can have like more of the harder bases on that. But you always get the chance that you might get the zone 18. No matter how much I balance it, you always might be getting a rust HQ 18. But even the like usually because of defensive power, usually it doesn't mean that you cannot win this battle. There's a lot of cases like personally that I experienced that the bots or the combiners like are actually the biggest problem than if there is an HQ 18 or if there is an MDS in some of these cases. And a lot of them, like we also take consideration of how powerful this bot is. But I mean, if you have I don't know Chromia, it's not the power of her how much power or damage it does. It's how annoying her ability is. Or you have a 5-star Omega Supreme. Again, he's gonna be the most expensive like combiner you can put on the defense, but he can mess you up. He cannot really die, and then he will make you lose. And unfortunately, that's part of the game. It's not easy to change, and it's not really a priority to change. So I never promise you will never see HQ 18 because that's not possible. We try to make it better. I think it's a little better. You will still get cases that is not favorable to you, and you might lose a battle. But unfortunately, that's the system we have.
I think most players on weekend events, especially, are having to, fight in lower zones now when usually they would be so, they would just take zone 15, but now they're just getting HQ 18 bases. They think it's a little bit harder. Is there
I do
anything we can
15 all the
do?
time, and I have like an 80-90% win rate on that, so I don't think it's bad. I don't think it goes down, but you need to have more bots, and it might be harder, I guess, if you want to just follow it with like a couple of bots. Like I think there is a way that you like, if it's like you just want to like not use so many bots, so you can have a smaller like just cap behind and then just do a really quick battle, so you can actually reach the really high scores. There is something we want to work on that. That doesn't require you to just do 200 really quick battles in one weekend, but this is something that's probably going to come after the alliance improvements.
Cool. Nice one. I am getting reports that Hoist is actually broken in game if you're using his 5-star.
We're going to have a look at it. We're not going to, of course.
Yeah, for sure. We're not going to let the 5-star, just to put it out there, be worse than the 4-star. That's not going to happen. I know people are telling us about it. Don't worry, we hear you. We're going to get onto that. That's fine. We'll push a fix out as soon as we can, and we'll keep you up to date on Discord. So thanks for those reports. Trivia, I guess, quickly, because we want to talk about the anniversary. So Hyro, do you want to do some trivia for us?
Yes, let me look for it. As usual, thank you. Questions. Question number 1 says Swap had a different name on Cybertron, but it was stolen by a Decepticon. We don't know how, but Swap's name was stolen by a Decepticon. Who stole his name? That's question number 1. So Swap had a different name stolen by someone, some Decepticon. We need the name of that Decepticon.
Cool. Put your name, Alliance, and HQ in all the chats. Jesse's going to be the one who's going to be pulling the winners today. So make sure. In fact, if you're in YouTube, people are going to be sending the answers. So I'm going to ask you for a winner very soon. Anniversary. Let's talk about the anniversary then, Hyro. What's coming this year? Because apparently to some players it could be our last anniversary, so it's got to be a good one. What's sorry? What's coming this anniversary?
So we are thinking at some point we'll reach the level giving 5 stars, and we want to keep that. We don't want to revert on that. So actually, we will let's decide if it will be a 5-star bot or a 5-star combat bot. There will be a poll on Discord, so you can vote on your selection. And the advantage this time will be also that it will be updated. So, we choose some of the older batches. Of course, we are not implementing it with the latest one, but it will get updated. I think it's 2 batches more from the last time.
Yeah.
So that's a guaranteed 5-star for you.
Very nice. So yeah, we'll be doing the vote on Discord either straight after stream or tomorrow morning. You'll be able to vote if it's a 5-star bot or a 5-star combat bot. I think bot's going to win. Maybe combat will win. It depends. It's up to you. You decide the reward.
Yeah,
and
it will be an easy event. So the idea behind is that everyone
Yeah.
can get it. It will be an alliance, so you can maybe get the crystal, open it, show your results, and talk with your friends about it. But it will be something easy. That's for sure.
yeah, it'll be amazing. Penny say, why not both? That would be too too strong.
That will be the 10th year anniversary.
10th year. Well, I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that. 10th year anniversary, we will get both. Yanis has said it today, 2023.
It's only 3 years ago away or something. Around the corner.
Oh, God. Cool. So winners. So just to read the question again, Swoop had a different name on Cybertron, but it was stolen. It's unexplained how by a Decepticon, but who stole his name? And the answer was Dive Bomb.
Yeah. Boom. I don't. It's something weird with my Twitch. If you can choose the winner from there.
Cool. I'll choose a winner from Twitch. Do you want to choose a winner from YouTube, Jesse? So just copy and paste the name in there. So I've gone for Mega Cupcake on Twitch. You've won, so well done to you. Jesse's picking a winner on YouTube.
I've gone for Edge XL on YouTube.
Oh, Edge. You've gone for Edge. He's very popular in our Discord server. We like Edge. Edge is nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Edge.
Hang on, let me...
Facebook.
Cool. And then Hyro's getting Facebook as well. So cool.
Yeah, it's from Facebook. The winner is Production. That expands the answer by saying the original name was never stated.
Cool. Corey's saying, watch it be paddles for the 10th year. No, Yanis has already said we're getting both bot and combat, so don't worry about that. He's going to regret this. Could be the first 6-star bot at that time, right?
6 stars.
I don't have 6 stars. This is how Riot start. Play with fire. You're going to get banned.
Cool. So we've gone through the new Cyberpass skins, Slingshot and Hulk. We've got Victory, Leo, and Tiger Chest. Any hints on the next endurance bot? I know it's always so like we've got Ariel and Skylar here, and it's like, well, okay, we'll give you now. Who's the next one? But can you give us any clues?
The next one is gonna be a couple of like fun favorites for sure. Like there's some like people. I think they're both really, really good characters. They're both like some of them. One of them is legendary character. So I think people, they're generation 1, especially one of them. I don't know about the other one so much. Probably not so much, but they're both really, really strong characters, and I'm pretty sure players are gonna love them. But like, I'm not gonna ruin it yet, but we will talk a bit, I think, in the next stream.
I will say one of them was actually a community choice. Am I right in saying that? Because they did a vote last year on what bots they want to see.
I mean, he's pretty really well known, so I wouldn't be surprised that he's one of the requested bots.
It was. So yeah, get your guesses in. Who is it? Ian McIntyre, Beachcomber, Blue Street, Red Guy. Well, you'll have to wait and see. Keep guessing. You'll have to wait and see. Any other questions that we haven't touched on just yet? So yeah, the anniversary is going to be either a 5-star combat or bot. We're going to do the vote on that very soon. We're going to fix Hook.
So remind people that like to check Skilla themselves in the challenge battle, and there's gonna be some YouTuber videos I think about here, so we're gonna demonstrate it here, but technical problems.
Yes, so Ariel and Skylar is in the game now, I believe. The challenge battle is there, and you can go play them right now. The only thing that it doesn't have is the G1, which will be an execute. So you won't be able to test that part of it. But if you like the ability, let us know. Let us know what you think on Discord. Give us feedback. We want to know what you think.
There's a question I can answer. Like, people are asking if there's going to be new rank levels planned, and like I'm not gonna lie, there's like we have designed more rank levels, but again, we don't know when we're gonna be releasing them. The same thing with like we've pushed the HQ 18.2, and we're still like trying to see like how the difficulty is. Personally, I think like it might be a bit too strong. I think the regeneration it gets got a little bit too much, like playing too big of a role. We might need to tweak this in the moment, and at some point we need to decide like how we can, help the offense. If it's gonna be releasing more rank levels, or it's gonna be increasing the maximum level of the bots. Something is gonna come. I don't know if it's gonna come sooner before we do the third wave or HQ18 building, but we are monitoring the war scores. We know some of the players are struggling. Some players are not struggling. So again, we need to keep the correct balance of when we want to add more stuff in the game. Something is going to change, of course.
I know we're on time, but somebody says, what about a rank skip for the Cyberpass? Have we ever considered this? Because obviously if we release more ranks, some of the older ones, or maybe like a rank skip to skip one of the earlier levels only. Is that
potentially we do have something like that, but I don't know if we want to use it as it is. But something like that will come in the Cyberbus in the future.
Is that going to be on the free side, or is that going to be purchase side? Purchase side. Cool. But that, I mean, to be fair, it is still very cheap, isn't it, for $10? So it's still quite good. That is pretty much time. So thank you, everybody. Sorry we was late. We did compensate. We did go 2 minutes over as well. So don't hold us to that too much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jesse, for joining us today. You've been great.
Glad
thank you
to be here.
Sorry, you had one of the most difficult jobs. You had to explain your bot. Fabian never had it like that. He always was able to show it visually, so he had it easy.
Yeah.
So
just imagine like flashing lights. It's gonna be amazing. It's a giant bot. Just imagine that. Like,
well, you can go and you can go play it on in the game now in the challenge battle, so you'll be able to see it for yourself. So thank you, Hyro and Yanis, and everybody tuned in. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're gonna go fix Hook, I guess. No, hoist.
Yeah.
Hoist. Why are we putting Hook?
No. No. Hook is fine.
Cool, and thank you, everybody, and we will see you in 1 month because it's that long away. So by then we would have had new Cyberpass skins, new bots. We'll be talking about way more, and hopefully Alliance HQ will be potentially out, or we will be talking more about them.
I hope so, but I don't know.
Maybe we need a bonus stream before we release that. You may get a bonus stream. We'll see.
You might get the bonus stream. I think I think times like that we shouldn't release some big feature just without doing a stream. So never know.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks
talk
everyone.
Thanks everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.